I'm Reverend Mitzi, and welcome to Unity of Tempe. If you're joining us online, we're just thrilled about that, and we do affirm that you come and join us in person very soon because you'll get a full experience of the entire service. So life is full of challenges and obstacles that can test our faith, our patience, and our resilience. Yes? Yes, right? And sometimes we may feel overwhelmed, confused, or discouraged by the difficulties we encounter. But there is a power within us that can help us face any challenge and create the life we desire. It's the power of order. One of the 12 spiritual powers that Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore identified is in each of us. It is inherent in each of us. And these powers are aspects of our divine nature that we can develop and express. So the power of order, it is the ability to organize, to balance, to sequence, and adjust. Something that we have to do at times, right? Adjust. Each of the 12 powers has a corresponding disciple, color, and location in the body. So the disciple is James, the son of Alphaeus, and he represents the harmony and balance available through centering our awareness. The color is dark, deep green, which a couple of people have on today. I couldn't find any in my wardrobe. Bottle green, as it's known in England, and I wore it in secondary school for 5 years as my school uniform. Didn't like it for a while. I love it now. And the location in the body is the navel or the belly button area. So some of you are aware that I have an extensive background in the 12 steps, and when I hear the word order, I often think of chapter 5 of the Big Book, which states, many of us exclaimed, "What an order, I can't go through with it." Or sometimes it's read in our minds as, "What? An order? I can't go through with it." But whether you're a person whose desk is a delight of disarray or someone whose papers are filed to precision, there's much that this power of order can teach us. And returning to the Big Book, we find encouragement in the verse that comes after that. And if, when I read it, it sounds familiar, that's because I've read it before, and I read part of it next week. And so right after this comes, do not be discouraged. Remember this last week? No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. I cannot tell you how much this quote has helped me in my life. It continues to really help me have a tremendous positive impact on my spiritual journey. As regards to the power of order, it reminds us that regardless of whether the concept of order excites, who does order excite? See, it's not the coziest of powers, right? It just isn't, but we're getting cozy about it. Or if it eludes us, the key to all our spiritual endeavors is to be willing, right? To grow along spiritual lines and to claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Now, Unity and New Thought in general teaches us that at our core, the God essence within us is, you can say it if you know, perfect, whole, and complete at our core. That's the divine essence. But some people get confused and believe that the statement perfect, whole, and complete means that they themselves, as humans expressing in this world, are always, 100% of the time, perfect, whole, and complete. Never can make a mistake. Not that we would ever know anyone like that. And that they can never mess anything up or get anything wrong. No, because as humans, we mess up, right? We get things wrong. We make mistakes. We are not our mistakes. We're not our mess ups, but we do. We're just on this human journey. We're continuing to evolve and grow along spiritual lines. And so we claim spiritual progress. So Charles Fillmore taught that order is essential for our spiritual growth and development. So we're going to get cozy with order, right? Because it's essential for our spiritual growth and development. He stated that order is the first law of the universe, and that it is the intelligence of the universe expressing through each of us. Wow! The intelligence of the universe expressing through us. That's powerful. He taught that we can develop order in our lives by cooperating with spiritual law, by centering our awareness on God, and by bringing harmony and balance to our thoughts, words, and actions. Then there's the divinely ordered pattern of the universe, which we have no control over. Anyone seen the sunrises this week? When I first put this slide in, Ron's like, oh, is that from my movie On Fire? And I'm like, no, that is a sunrise. It has been spectacular this week. Anyone get up super early like us and see? Have you seen these? It's amazing, amazing. And so we can't stop the sun from rising or setting each day, or the days from lengthening or shortening at different times of the year. But it's something that we take for granted, right? We just don't think about it a lot. We're just like, oh, beautiful sunrise. But we don't think about all of that so much. We count on it because we've experienced its reliability, a divinely ordered pattern of the universe. And often, though, many of us don't recognize and appreciate order. We take it for granted in our lives. Why? Because it's when something is out of order that it gets our attention, when our health is not flowing the way we might want it to, or lots of other things. So picture this. You're on a road trip, out in the middle of nowhere, and you're bursting to go to the loo, restroom. You're bursting. Anyone ever had that happen to you? Oh, yeah, right? Only 20 miles to go till the next gas station. You count down the miles. 10, 9, 8. Oh, hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Thank God you made it. You pull into the gas station. You jump out of the car only to discover, horror upon horrors, that the one loo in this tiny filling station in Podunk is out of order. That gets your attention, right? Yes. And so I'll just let you finish creatively that scenario in your own mind. But so many things in our lives rely on order. So many things that we take for granted, right? But it's chaos and disorder and calamity which frequently gets our attention. And the same is true about the world. The news doesn't report, today, in the country of utopia, there were no shootings, there were no floods, fires, earthquakes, tsunamis, or hurricanes. People were kind to each other and to all sentient beings, and everyone cherished the freedom of living in a diverse, inclusive, and welcoming land. We don't hear that on the news, right? Because what gets our attention on the news is when things are out of order. But our natural, innate spiritual state is to live in peace and harmony with nature and with each other. But as a planet of humanity, we're sadly far from that. James Chapter 3, verse 16 says, "For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder." What word stood out to you in that? Yes, bingo, selfish ambition. Exactly. Ambition used altruistically is a powerful attribute, but when it's used merely for selfish gains, it cuts us off from the purity of spirit. Think back, if you were here last week, to the message I gave on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. If you weren't here, here's a quick thing. You probably can't read them all right now, but no poverty, zero hunger. What's the third one? Good health, yes, and well-being. We'll just look at those three. You can look at them. It's harder to look at from here. But here's the thing about each of those 17 Sustainable Development Goals. None of them are for anyone's personal selfish ambition, right? They're for the betterment of all of humanity. They're altruistic goals, we might say. Yes. Mathematician and philosopher Alfred North Whitehead, anyone heard of him? Yeah. Said something very paradoxical about order. He said, you're going to read it with me. The art of progress is to preserve order amid change and to preserve change amid order. Oh, it's kind of paradoxical, right? So change, it can often be scary for us, right? And we often feel compelled to maintain order amid change to get through it. But at the same time, order cannot be our only focus or things will never change. That's the paradoxical nature of life. For life is change and order, and new change and new order. So we can deal with change in an orderly way, or we can spend the rest of our days freaking out. Now, personally, in our current world climate, literally climate and situation, I allow myself at least one good freak out a week. I do. And it might be like just a very quiet freak out inside about something I've read. It might be a freak out to Ron. It might be a freak out with a friend. But I allow myself that. I don't like try and deny freaking out. I have a freak out, and then I pray about it, and I get back on track. Because I'm not stuffing. I'm not internalizing. Because when we stuff and internalize, it leads to all sorts of things within our body. So freak out, and then get back on track. Call a friend. Yeah, freak out. Okay. Anyways, call someone to pray with you if you're freaking out about anything. Don't deny it. Just don't freak out like in a horrible way with other people. But have it and then call for prayer, text me for prayer, call another for prayer. So how do we align with the power of order in our lives? Well, of course, through our spiritual practices, prayer, meditation, coming to service, sharing our good. Spiritual practices which become automatic to us, ground us in spiritual principles, those principles that we say every week, the umpas, right? So, for example, the practice of the law of circulation is our tithing practice. The sharing of 1/10 of our financial good. And as we do this, we make a bold statement to the universe that says we are good stewards of our resources. It says, thank you, God, for my good. And yes, please, I am open to receiving more. So here are some more ways to align with the power of order. Declutter your physical and digital space. Oh, and let's see, Julia Cameron, who wrote, what was the book she wrote? We can't think of it. Oh, The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way, among other books, right. She said when we clear the physical clutter, and let's add digital, from our lives, we literally make way for inspiration and good orderly direction to enter. And good orderly direction is another word or another way of an acronym for God, right? Exactly. So donate or release the things that you no longer need, that are no longer useful to you. Release apps, emails, or messages that are just taking up space. Utilize tools like Dropbox or Google Drive to back up your sync files. Clean Master to clear your cache or junk files. And here's an affirmation I invite you to say together. Catherine Ponder, wonderful metaphysician. Let's say together, I now let go of worn out things worn out conditions, and worn out relationships. Divine order is now established and manifest in me and my world. And so what's another way to align with the power of order? Create a sacred space in your home and or workplace. Oh, okay, so who already has like a little altar or a little sacred space in their home? And it's okay if it's out in nature too. It doesn't have to be in your home. So this can be as simple as putting a candle there, anything. So before you throw everything out or donate it, say, is there something here which really inspires me and connects me to my spirit, to my inner God essence, to my higher self? Put it there. And it could even be a digital something on the front of your phone. So create something there if you don't have that. That sacred space is a place where you can meditate, pray, or practice spiritual activities. My sacred place, I have a little place in my office, but mainly it's being outdoors, watching the sunrise, it's sunset. It's a place that supports you in connecting with your higher self. So, remember this from the universe. You are being prepared for what you asked for. Trust the divine order. Say that to someone close to you. Say that. You are being prepared for what you asked for. Trust the divine order. That's a really good thing to remember, because sometimes they're like, when's it going to show up? Right? Anyone ever? Yes. So, pardon? You want to say it again? Yes. Yes. So find you want to say it as a group, or you want to say it to somebody? As a group. Okay. Make it personally to you. First of all, make it personally, I, and then we'll say it as a group to each other, okay? I am being prepared for what I asked for. Trust the divine order. And now, say it either to someone individually or to the group. You are being prepared for what you asked for. Trust the divine order. Who likes, you guys like this? Maybe I should make it a slide at the beginning, right? That we remind ourselves of this. Okay, I'm hearing it. Okay, we'll put it up at the beginning. There it goes. I love that, because all of the things that came at the beginning of service came from people loving them. And they can move out and change or whatever, so we'll put this in. I love it. So, next thing that we can do to align with the power of order is to meditate on the power of order. Da, 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 da. Call upon it to balance your daily journey. Hello, order. How are you today? Come and be with me today on my daily journey. I know I haven't been so cozy with you at times because I like other powers better, but I'm really learning that is not the way to go. I have to be an equal opportunist, power supporter in every way. So come be with me on my journey today, or whatever way you want to invite divine order in your journey. Here's a great affirmation from Charles Fillmore. We'll say it together. Fear has no power to disrupt my orderly thinking. God's love casts all fear out of my consciousness, leaving me courageous and poised. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So now, what's another way? Oh, to align with the power of order? Let's say it together. Practice gratitude and appreciation for the blessings and opportunities in your life. Yes. So this acknowledges the good that is present, and it attracts more good into your life. So keep a gratitude journal. If you do, maybe it's on your phone, maybe you don't, maybe you're not into journaling, that's fine too. Or express appreciation. Say it to others. Oh my goodness, I am so grateful for XYZ, right? Or share appreciation for others. I'm grateful for all of you. Every single one of you, I am grateful for. And so here's a lovely thing to say Let's say it together. Every day I become more aware and grateful for the blessings in my life I take for granted. That's a good one to remember too. And then another way is to cultivate right relationships. What does that mean? Right relationships. Well, these are relationships that are based on love, respect, and mutual benefit. And so we avoid negative people who are always trying to bring you down.
You're never going to achieve that goal. You did that. I can't believe you did that. You're just mean.
Whatever it is that they do.
Or you should be doing this, and
they just bring us down. Now, I know this is really challenging, especially with family. Trust me. It can be very challenging. It doesn't mean we go cut the people out of our life completely, no. But we just share our goals and dreams, our hopes, our inspirations with people that we know are going to say, yes, I see this manifesting for you. I'm holding the vision for you. I absolutely see you doing this. Yes, absolutely. So say this with me. I am loved and beloved. Every phase of my life is in divine order now. Yes, indeed. And so another way is to, say this with me, practice consistency and commitment in your words and deeds. This very much reminds me of the 4 agreements, which we'll do at some time again in the future. But that means don't sabotage yourself by saying one thing and then it's opposite in the next breath. How many of us have done that? Maybe it's not the next breath, but maybe it's a few hours later. We're affirming something and then we ixnay on it right away, right? Don't send mixed messages to the universe or it cannot respond in a positive way. Align your actions with your values and goals. Do not act in ways that contradict your beliefs or aspirations. Be reliable and dependable in your relationships and roles. Show up, be present, and give your best in everything. So repeat this Louise Hay affirmation with me. Divine order is ever present in my experience, and there is plenty of time for all that I choose to do. I express wisdom, understanding, and love in all my dealings with others, and my words are divinely guided. Wow, that's so powerful. So while in the world there are things we cannot control, and there may be chaos, unity teaches us how to have peace and order in our own lives regardless of what is happening in the outer. And why is this important? Because we can't give away what we don't have. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with, yes, it has to begin with us. Let there be order versus chaos on earth and let it begin with me. Sarah Ban Breathnock said, and I want you to say this, invite divine order into your life today and see how a more serene tomorrow will unfold. This could be when you're saying hello, right, to divine order and inviting. So make it personal. I invite divine order into my life today and see how a more serene tomorrow will unfold. I love that so much. So to anchor this message, there's a video on the power of order from Unity.
Divine order. I am in the flow of divine order. Nature reminds me that there is a season for everything. Bright red or yellow apples began as a compact bud of potential, unfolded into a beautiful springtime blossom, and then matured into a luscious and nutritious fruit ready for harvest. Each stage of the apple's development was orderly and essential for fulfillment. Order is also active in my life. I am inspired with ideas that follow an orderly path toward fulfillment. I give my ideas time to develop, Nourish them with thought and consideration, and then take constructive action. I seek God's guidance and align my efforts with the divine order of the creative process. I experience a divinely ordered flow as I grow in spiritual understanding. For everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven.
Let's affirm together and breathe into this. I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. Yes, yes, yes. And so it is time for our financial blessings. We're so grateful for this because we know that as we give, we receive. So I invite you to take your blessing if you're giving check or cash to your heart. If you're doing Zelle, we accept those, and PayPal as well, and any other way. But let us say together, I am a joyful share of my good. I remember that as I give, I receive, and that God is my source. Yes, indeed. Kent. We bless every prayer in the prayer box that has ever been in the prayer box or ever will be in the prayer box, knowing it is answered in the right and perfect way. We bless every financial gift, however it is given and whenever it is given, accepting and affirming and seeing its coming back to each and every person a bazillionfold. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Yes. Oh, there we have our, I forgot to put that up. And so we partner with Church of the Epiphany to support our local community, Matthew's Crossing. And I did see that Jeannie brought some things in today. So thank you. We bless everything that is brought in. Yes. I just want to take a moment to thank Catherine as well for always bringing snacks for us and feeding us. Thank you, Catherine. We love you. Some of the items that are most needed, just if you happen to be at a dollar store, you're picking something up, it could be one thing. Whatever it is, I know people are very great. These are challenging times for people. And so anything that gets picked up that goes to Matthew's Crossing Food Bank, and we're grateful to support this with Church of the Epiphany. The water drive is continuing at the moment. We'll hear from Joe when it's not. So let's not be outdone by Epiphany. So if you see some water around for an inexpensive price, bring some in. If you can't get it from your car, then we will help you. There is not going to be a service next week. What? Oh my goodness. Well, as you can see, we have our lovely Tammy and Lori here. They are training on AV. A very unusual circumstance is happening next week. Joe, Ron, and I will all be gone, and at the same time. And MGM, who could have held down the fort like a trooper, is also gone because she could have spoken without a mic or anything here. And so I didn't want to put anyone on the spot of thinking, So we're going to have a fun day. Make it a fun day. Go see Ron's movie, which you'll find out about, or go with MGM at another time. But take a week and come back with excitement and enthusiasm, because I guarantee you October 8th will be a Sunday you won't want to miss. And bring someone with you. We rarely, I think only in the history of us being here, have we ever taken one other Sunday off, and that was when everyone had COVID. So yes, so be here. And remember, you are important. You matter and you make a difference. Be with us in 2 weeks on October 8th for practical spiritual inspiration to support you in living your best life. Was today helpful in any way? If it was, yes, all right. Is there something you can take away and use in your week? Yes? Awesome. That's why we come together, and to support each other's dreams and goals. So I invite you on October 8th, share Unity of Tempe. Invite someone to come be with us on that Sunday, and we'll make a big, yay! Yes. So, you thought it wasn't here, didn't you? Come on. Yes, there it is. There's our lighthouse moment yes, our moment with Jeannie. Come on. Come on up. Oh, Jeannie, come up here, because you can be on, unless you have a problem with being on camera. No. Come on up here.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yay,
goodness. Yes. We have a visualization today. Is anybody ever do visualizations? Yes. Well, we have a visualization of this young man that's coming in our door here. Mitzi is getting up here to start her service. We look around and we see the church is full. We look to the right. Everybody look to the right. Look to the left. We're looking behind. There's no seats. There's no seats available for this guy, and he looks like he is going to be the perfect member. So we stand up. Everybody stand up. We stand up and wave at him. Here's my seat. Here's my seat. Come sit in my seat, and we will enjoy the service. That's it.
Yay! Yay! Oh my goodness, we love our moments with you so much. And if you've got an idea, you're like, I want to do a moment, I want to do something, I want to read the daily word, I want to read the prayer of St. Francis, let us know. Because you can. You can, absolutely. So, oh yes, Ron's coming up.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for following me along on this journey and for your willingness to participate. So, since I last saw you, they put up a website for the movie now called onfiremovie.com. And if you go to it, it tells you all the locations across the country it's showing. You can actually go here to Tempe or Phoenix, and it'll show you the theaters. They actually added another one now, so it's going to be playing, ironically, at I-10 and Ray Road, basically, in Ahwatukee. So there's another one now. That one must be for you, MGM, because that's where you live. So, yeah. So anyway, MGM has also organized a group of people to go, I think, on the Friday, the opening day.
And we want to go on the opening day because, of course, that's important to always go on the opening day to make it a success. So all the people that are on my list, if you're not on my list, come see me after. If you are, the vote was in that they would like to go at 3:30 on Friday. So now we have a choice. Do you want to go to the Harkins over here at
Chandler
Fashion Square Mall, the Chandler Fashion Square Mall, or do you want to go to the AMC on Ray Road and I-10? So Harkins, Ray Road. All right, so at Harkins it is. So 3:30 Harkins. I'll send out a text. We'll meet at 3 o'clock over there. If you order your tickets online, let's try and get in row D. Okay?
Yeah.
So then we'll all be in the same row. And we'll meet at 3 o'clock, and then if you want to go to dinner afterwards, we can do that as well. All right? And so our ladies can't go because they're working and they're going to school, so they're probably going to have to go to another one. That sucks. It doesn't. That's exciting that they're going to school and working.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Colin. So they're going to go to probably the later one, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and if you do go to this page, if you go down to get tickets, and that's where it'll show you where all the places are playing, and you can actually order your ticket right there online through that link there. Okay?
Thank you. And for those who don't know why we're excited about this, Ron wrote the movie. Ron's a screenwriter. Ron is my husband, and he wrote this movie. His name doesn't, it's all the actors up there. I'm like, why is your name not up there? He's like, yeah, this is why the writers are on strike. No, but it's not. But Ron wrote the movie. It's very timely. And so, yeah. And actually, it was Tammy, thank you, Tammy. She told us it was being promoted on Channel 3 last week, right? And Peter Facinelli, one of the stars, was on there talking about the movie. So that was kind of exciting. So let us say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well, and we are grateful. Yes, indeed. Beloveds online, have a wonderful week. Go see On Fire, and it's probably playing in your state too, so look it up, and we will see you on October 8th, hopefully in person. Namaste.